Okay, so today we're going to start with function notation. All right, everybody put your phone away. It's all about me now. Okay, function notation. So function notation, the letter in front of the X, the F, it labels the function. So with a function, you have an input and an output. And the input is this variable right there. And the output is the answer. So f of x is kind of like the y. So the x is what you're putting in, and the y is what you get out. So all you have to remember today is whatever is in parentheses right here, you're going to replace it for the x's that are in the problem. That's all you have to remember. It's cakewalk today. Okay, that's way too many words, so go to the next page. Yes. So here's why the letter in front is important. So look, this one, what letter is in front? F. So I'm going to use the F function. This one, what letter is in front? So I have to use the G function. Here's the H, so I have to use the H function. Okay? So you see the -6? The -6 is your x. So wherever there's an x in the function, I'm going to replace x with -6. And so this is what it's going to look like. And I'm going to leave the -6 in parentheses, and so are you, or I'm going to punch you. So watch. I'm going to take the -6, and wherever there's an x, I'm going to put a -6. And I'm going to leave it in parentheses, and you are too. So I get -6 squared minus a -6. So what is -6 squared? 36. And minus the minus becomes positive. So 36 plus 6 gives me 42, and that's your answer. I am not Walgreens. I don't know if I have a pencil. Does anybody have a pencil? I have a pen. Will pen work? Okay. So, Lord have mercy. Okay.
Hey, don't bring the Lord.
Yeah. So, this is H. So I want to put the 3 in for the x in the H function. So H, I'm going to have -2 times 3 minus 4. So I'm going to get -6 minus 4 gives me -10. So number 3, I'm going to use the F function, and I'm going to put 4 in for my x. So I'm going to get 4 squared minus 4. So that's 16 minus 4 is 12. So number 4, I'm using the G function. So that's going to be 3 times 5 plus 6, which is going to be 15 plus 6, which gives me 21. So here's why the parentheses are important. Because I'm like on number 5, you see the -2? When I put it in my H function, it's -2 times -2 minus 4. What is -2 times a -2? 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay. How many of you think this is okie dokie so far? So can I move on and do the ones with the variables? Or do you need to see more with the numbers? Okay. So go on over to number 9. So which function am I using? F. So watch. My F function is this. So wherever I see an x, I'm going to put the parentheses and the n plus 2 into the function. So I'm going to have n plus 2 squared minus n plus 2. So wherever there was an x, I just took those parentheses and plopped it down. So n plus 2 squared is not n squared plus 4. Right, n squared plus 4n plus 4. So you get the n plus 2 so when I multiply, I get n squared right? You had to multiply the 2 out. Remember the a you're getting? Just say yes. There you go. All right, so then I'm going to combine like terms, so I get n squared plus 4n plus 4. But now I have the second part of that, and there's a minus in between it. And so what do I have to do with this minus now? Do what? What'd you say? Right, it's like a -1, and we're going to distribute it. So I'm going to get minus n minus 2. So I have n squared. I have 4n minus n gives me 3n. And then 4 minus 2 is 2. Isn't it kind of cute, right? It's kind of fun.
I don't like that one.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you don't think it's cute. All right. All right, let's try. Oh, you guys are such whiners. Okay, so my g function is 3x plus 6. So wherever I see the x, what am I replacing it with? N minus 4, right? I'm just plop it down. So I'm going to have n minus 4 plus 6. I'm going to distribute. And when I combine like terms, I get 3n minus 6. Yes? No? Anybody have a no? So h, so my h, thank you. So wherever I see the x now, I'm going to replace x minus 2 right in here. So I have -2 times x minus 2 minus 4. I'm going to distribute the -2. What happens with the 4s? So I get minus 2x. So the next one kind of confuses you sometimes, and I'm not sure why. But my g function is 3x plus 6. So what do I replace with my 3x? Just the x, right? So I have 3 times 3x plus 6. 3 times 3 gives you pardon? I don't know, but for some reason you all forget. I don't know whether you forget to multiply or.
Yeah, sometimes I forget, like.
But one thing you're not going to want to do, right? So look, one thing you're not doing. There's an x here and there's an x here. Did I get an x squared? I didn't, because you replace this with this. So you don't get an x squared. It's just the 3x, okay? All right, last couple ones, and then we'll be done. So on number 13, what is it asking you to do? What am I doing? I'm going to add them together, right? So is that hard? So my f is x squared minus x plus my g. So here's my f, and here's my g. What? So there is no x, right? So I don't have to replace the x with anything. It's already an x. So I'm just going to add these two things together. So here I get x squared minus x plus 3x plus 6. And I'm going to combine like terms. Get x squared plus 2x plus 6. But what am I doing on this one? I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to do the same thing, but with a subtraction sign between them. Now this time, when there's a subtraction sign, what do I have to do inside the parentheses? I have to distribute. So I'm going to get x squared minus x minus 3x minus 6. So I'm going to get x squared, because there's nothing to combine that with. And then I get minus x minus 3x is negative 4x. And then minus 6. Okay, you guys do 15 and 16. We are not done. Thank you. Okay, so check your answers and see if this is what you got.
See, you're more helpful than Abigail.
Yes?
Yeah, I like D.
Shh. Okay, everybody got this? Okay, so then we have one more thing to look at. What's the difference between 17 and 13? So that's right. This one has an x, and so all you have to do on these is you add first, like we did. So what did we get for an answer? We got x squared plus 2x plus 6. So once you add, then you go back and put the 4 in for the x's. Right. So first add, then substitute. Okay. Any other questions on this? Does anybody need to see another one? You want to see another? Which one? 18? So what did we get for an answer for f minus g? We got x squared minus 4x minus 6. And then I'm going to take the 3 and plug it in for the x's. So I get 9 minus 12 minus 6, 3, negative 9. Did I do that right? Yes? Because 9 minus 6 is 3, and 3 minus 12 is negative 9.